Hi guys, it is Tuesday, December 14th, 2021. I cannot believe that half of the month is already over with, man. That is amazing. Uh, if you caught my last video, I had the bad stuff, the sickness that's going around, the really bad stuff. You cannot say the name if you want your video monetized. So for whatever reason, you can't say what that is, but I had it. I tested positive for it, and I lost my sense of smell. And from November 26th until yesterday, I was pretty much under the weather, we'll say. Low energy levels. So today has been my best day so far. So I did get a little bit of work done today. I'm pretty happy. Mainly just cleaned up the garage a little bit, rearranged some parts. I ordered some parts. Anyway, I have a game plan. I think it's going to be kind of fun. Because I am in desperate need of some content on my channel. Since I've been sick, I haven't been posting any videos. So I'm going to say right off the bat, I still do not have any updated news on the hydraulic roller camshaft for the 406. I check it every couple of days at Summit at the order status, and it has not been shipped. The estimated ship date is the third month of 2022 to get that roller camshaft here. So I will not be working on the hardtop until that camshaft comes in, because I want the engine done, painted, installed, broke in, tuned, everything checked, and make sure it's good before I continue on to painting the body panels and putting them on the car. I like building cars. I like getting the engine side of it done and tuned and all that stuff without a front clip on the car. That way it's easy to work on. You don't have to lean over your painted fenders and scratch them or dent them. So I'm just going to wait. It's not going to do me any good to paint the body panels for this hardtop and have them put up in the house just to get scratched, chipped, or dented. So, just going to wait. Now, what I've decided to do is do a 30-day thrash on the four-door. This car has a lot of loose ends, and I just want to get them all tied up. And I have a goal in mind that I think I can do in 30 days of work. Now, pay attention. When I say 30 days, I do not mean 30 days straight from tomorrow. 30 days is if I come out here and work all day on the car and do a video, that counts as one day. So this may take 2 months, but I'm saying I'm planning on putting 30 days in on the car. I may do more, I may do less. If that cam comes in on UPS tomorrow, I will stop working on that four-door and jump solely on the two-door hardtop, because I would like to make Daryl Starbird's car show in February. I'm pretty sure then in 30 days, I can finish this car out. If I got that camshaft, I'm pretty sure in 30 days I'd have a finished two-door hardtop. There's not that much work to do on that hardtop, and most of the parts are already restored in the house on the shelves. A lot of the other stuff's brand new. I just need to get the body panels painted and buffed and installed on the car, and then I start bolting parts on. I already drove it to the end of the block, so I know all the braking and all that stuff is working. So, most of it's wired. So, anyway, it all hinges on that cam. But if that cam doesn't come in, I'm going to work on the four-door for about 30 days. Because after 30 days is about when I get burnt out, and I'm pretty much done with it, and I'll probably want to work on the hardtop anyway. So that is the plan. Now I have a list of things that I want to do to the car, and I think I can do it. I think it's doable. So anyway, I'll run you through that right now. I did order some epoxy primer from eBay. So hopefully it will be coming in this week. I am planning on, first thing, starting tomorrow, it's supposed to rain for the next 3 days. So I've got to work on the car in here. I can't push it outside in the rain, obviously. What I plan on doing is moving the body way over to that side of the garage. I'm going to move the hardtop way over to that side of the garage. That way I've got room. I brought the door in from outside. I'm going to try to get this door fit, gapped, whatever I need to do to it. I want to make sure the door fits good before I pull it back off. This one's pretty much done. I have a little bit more finish welding to do up on this, but this door is fit awesome. So this door, I've already drilled the hinges and the door for pins, alignment pins. So this door is ready to come off after I finish this up here. So this door's done, but I needed to fit the other 3 doors and get them gapped and fit. Now there's something up with that door on that side. When it was on the car, it did not fit very well. So I don't know if somebody had it off before, or if somebody just didn't get it aligned right or whatever. So I know that side over there definitely needs some attention. I think this one might have fit okay. I just don't remember. But as with this one, I bent and tweaked on it until I got it fitting really, really awesome. So I'm just going to do it to all the other doors. Then I'm going to, after it's done, I'm going to pull the doors back off and set them back outside. They're done. I'm not going to mess with them. My 30-day thrash does not involve finishing out these body work on these doors and any of that. This door in particular has rust in the bottom of it that I will have to patch. But what I want to focus on in 30 days is the main body shell with the deck lid on it. That's it. What I plan on doing is, now that the rust repair is done, I still have a little bit of metal work to do on the dash. And then I've got some welds to finish grinding. But at that point, I'm going to roll on body work, plastic body filler, and get a lot of the stuff fixed. And then epoxy prime it. And then go back and I'm going to put some Z-chrome on it. And then block out the Z-chrome and then, fix what needs to be fixed. And then put some 2K on it. But at the end of it, I want the roof painted and done. This will be shoreline beige, single stage urethane. I want the dash painted, the minty green color, the 50s minty green color with the shoreline beige insert in the center painted. I want the firewall painted. The rest of the car is going to get black primer. I do not have all my restoration parts for this car, so I do not want to paint this car because it's going to add more time to it, probably another month of work just to put paint on it. I am very thorough on paint jobs, and I like them straight. So it just adds a lot more time and a lot more money to the equation. I need something together pretty quick because of my truck engine is rattling using oil. So I'm just wanting to get something together rather quickly. So primer is the best way to go for me. Now I'm going to put black primer on it so it'll look like just a primered hot rod, I guess you'd say. But anyway, the roof will be painted and done, the dash will be painted and done, and the firewall painted and done. Now once that side of it's done, I'm at that point going to bolt the body shell to the restored chassis, which is outside. I'm going to bolt it down with brand new energy suspension urethane body mounts, which I already have here. And then after that, I'm going to move on to the engine. I've got the short block rebuilt. It's overhauled basically, a little 305 HO from a Monte Carlo SS. I need to finish overhauling my heads, and then I'm going to bolt them on, get them torqued down. Then I'm going to put all the valve train in and bench set all the valves. And then I'm going to paint all the engine parts and then get the engine put together, the oil pan, the timing cover, the intake and all that stuff on it. And then I'm going to have to mess with the transmission. Now, I mentioned this in a video before. I have a friend of mine that rebuilds transmissions. He has offered to rebuild the tranny for me for free, but I have to pay for the kit, which was $90. That's not too bad. We're just doing a stock rebuild on it. I am putting a shift kit in it, but it's just like a little towing shift kit. It's not a hard-hitting, knock-your-head-off shift kit. But anyway, when the transmission's rebuilt, I'm going to do all the grunt work. I've got to do all the cleaning of the parts when he takes it apart and everything, which I don't mind. But I will actually get to see it rebuilt, which is pretty cool. I've rebuilt a couple of transmissions myself, but I've never actually got to do it in front of a transmission guy and see how he does it. So that will be really cool. But anyway, once that transmission, I get back home with it, I'm going to degrease it, clean it up, and then I'm going to paint it aluminum. Just some Duplicolor engine paint, spray paint, aluminum, like cast aluminum color. Then I'm going to bolt it to the engine, and then I'm going to set the motor and trans in the car. At that point, I've got to figure out my drive shaft. I built my own engine mounts, and I moved the engine forward a little bit for HEI clearance, but I also changed out the rear end to a 10-bolt. So the factory length drive shaft is not going to work. Now I do have plenty of drive shafts here. I have a bunch here and I have a bunch in my shed. I am hoping that I have one that will work, but knowing my luck, I'll have to take a long one and take it and get it cut down, rebalanced, new U-joints put in. So that's the normal of what happens for when I do a car. But anyway, once that drive shaft deal's done, I'm going to move on to the brakes. I'm going to mount the brake booster master cylinder, get the brake pedal back in the car. I've got to finish building my brake lines for the front section of the frame. I've already got the brake lines done on the chassis already for along the frame rail and back here on the rear end. I just need to build the front ones. I'm building them out of straight sticks from the parts store, but I will be cutting and flaring and bending and all that stuff. So anyway, at that point, I will, bleed the brakes and get the brakes working on the car. After that, I'm going to move on to installing and wiring up the ignition switch, the distributor, and the starter, and the alternator. At that point, the car will be able to be started off the dash, off the key, and it will start and run and hopefully move under its own power. So that is my goal for 30 days. Just the main body shell is all I'm going to work on. It's pretty much going to be about in the same condition as this, to where it can be driven in and out of the garage. I don't think that's too far out of the possibility of being done, and that's what I want to try to do. Now, as always, when I do a thrash, I have big plans, and you know, I always have stuff a little bit full of a plate, we'll say, and I never make it. But I'm that much closer than what I was if I didn't set a deadline on it. Like today, I come outside, it's misting rain. Go back in the house, turn on the TV, and sit on my butt. So, you know, if I set up a 30-day thrash and get out here and get to work, so be it. That's what I'm going to do. But anyway, guys, I'm going to have a lot of videos coming up, so it should be some content for the channel at least. But I have lots of cool videos going to be coming out. I have always been a guy that I like highly detailed engine compartments, very, very clean engine compartments. So I have a lot of little tips and tricks that I'll be doing, and I'll show videos of that. Anyway, should be pretty interesting. But that is the plan. Let's try to have basically the car painted, not the body shell completely painted, but some of the stuff painted and then primer. I'm just going to drive the car in primer for a while until all the parts are bought, and then I'll tear it down and paint it. But there's no sense in spending the extra time when I need a vehicle pretty quick. But anyway, that's a plan, and I hope you all are interested. So I got to say, I think 30 days, I think that's not too big of a job to do there, because, you know, when you're putting a car in primer, you don't have to make it absolutely perfect on the bodywork. If you try to make one absolutely perfect, it's going to add a lot of time and a lot more money and materials to get there. So with this being in primer, I can leave it a little rough. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. But anyway, guys, hope you're interested, and I will catch you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.